What's up? What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Locker Room Rant. Today, Tony is not going to be with us today. He is feeling under the weather. So Nick and I are going to run the Locker Room Rant today, and try not to stay too long, bro. What's going on? How you been?
It's probably going to be a short one because it's always short when one of us are missing because there's less banter. But no, I'm good. The only thing I can't stand is this time of the year because the damn leaves are a huge problem in my life. I have a giant tree that just shits leaves day in, day out.
Tell the people why. Dude, you wait till almost all of the leaves are lying on your yard before you attend to any of them.
I
Poor
did
decision.
my entire yard, and the next day the yard was full.
I got no room to talk
on everything I do.
I got no room to talk because right now my leaves are taking over.
Even my sports watching, it takes a toll on. Because if you don't get it done now, it's going to get harder later on.
All right, Izzy, what's up, family? Good to see you. JT Campbell, what's going on, bro? Daniel, my man. Oh, those Rams. Who else we got?
They got you again.
What's up, family? Scott, good to see you. Eduardo, I saw you, bro. I knew you were at the Browns game, my man. You were there, bro. You were there. Vasilio's Pizza, what's going on, fam? Good to see you guys. Good pizza, great people.
But yeah, it was a nice week for all of us, me, Tony, and John. For a rare occurrence, it's like a eclipse. All three of our teams won.
Yes.
All three of our teams won.
They certainly did.
All in a happy mood.
Go Browns, fam. So I'm going to tell you, I was in Cleveland last night. I went to the Browns game. A buddy of mine had an extra ticket, invited me to come along. So I went. Christy, what's up, family? Good to see you. Buddy of mine had an extra ticket, asked me if I'd like to go. So I did. We pre-gamed and tailgated, and I had a blast. I absolutely had a blast. Now, I'm recovering today because I partied. I partied like a fucking rock star, but I had a good time. And the weather in Cleveland was like 58, 59 degrees. Just beautiful weather. Like you couldn't ask for better football weather, right? I was almost jealous that it wasn't a Niners game in Cleveland because that would have made it even better. But I got to see Joe Burrow come to Cleveland and royally stink up the joint. I mean, the Browns right now are playing with their backs against the wall, and honestly, they looked good. They made some mistakes, but they looked good, Nick. I mean, honestly, Jacoby Brissett made a few bonehead decisions early on, which kind of remind me of Jimmy G, like a great deal of Jimmy G decision-making at the very beginning. Dialed that up. He put the interception and the fumble or whatever the hell it was, the turnover. He put that to the backside, bro. He didn't let that make the decision for him, bro. He was amazing throughout. Very efficient. Nick Chubb was awesome to watch. The seats that we had were phenomenal seats. We were in the end zone, probably about 30, 40 feet from the end zone. Watching Chubb work in the red zone was awesome. Watching Kareem Hunt was a good time. Amari Cooper had a nice. So basically, where I was sitting, I got to see the Amari Cooper touchdown pass. I got to see the Jacoby Brissett rushing touchdown, and Chubb's run as well, dude. All of them right in front of me. I had a blast. Give me your thoughts on the game, bro.
So you were talking about the weather a little bit. The weather was actually supposed to be really shitty. You got super lucky. It actually was perfect. It actually was perfect. It was perfect. It was Halloween. It was a perfect night for Halloween. It was a perfect night for football. You're talking about like maybe like high 50s and just no rain whatsoever. As far as the game went, first of all, this is what I'm talking about when I say Cincinnati is not a Super Bowl team. They got really lucky last year. They got super lucky to get to the Super Bowl. You don't take anything away from them. They got there. You give them their props, but they did get really lucky. They're not among the best teams in the league. That being said, they still are pretty good. And the Browns kicked the shit out of them. They totally dominated them on just about every facet of football. Brissett played very well. He had that one play, but like I said, Hunt missed a block. It was a weird position in the field, and he just lost control of the football. But otherwise, Brissett played a flawless game. The running game was on point. Stefanski probably had his best play calling day of the whole season. I love that Wildcat with Chubb. I love that Wildcat with Chubb. They had Chubb and Hunt on the field a lot more than they usually did. The defense actually played like they should. I even texted John. I was like, did the Browns rent the 49ers defense? Because they looked that dominant. Like they were actually applying pressure. And I actually have a thought on that. I think Joe Woods, because we have a ton of injuries right now. I think Joe Woods always, for some reason, had this false sense of comfort with having Denzel Ward back there and having a bunch of cover guys. And he wants to play where the front four just apply a rush and the rest of the team covers. And he can't do that with the injuries right now. And he was forced to apply pressure. And it worked. You know, who thought I knew how to run a defense, apply pressure? Did
we lose you, Nick? Okay. We're going to leave you there. We're losing you, buddy. We're losing you.
You're losing me?
Okay. Yes, sir. You're getting choppy and you're froze up there.
Am I still froze?
No, you're fine. It was a good time, dude. They made adjustments. They made adjustments. They got beat on a few, but not for nothing. I'm not going to lie to you, man. They were very efficient. I'll tell you what. So Jack Conklin didn't get traded today. And I thought that neither did Hunt. But you know what? I just wonder what the Browns were asking for Hunt. What would have gotten it done?
I think the rumor on the market was like a fourth or fifth round pick. But I don't think they really wanted to trade him.
I honestly, to be honest with you, they're a hell of a tandem in Cleveland. They're fun to watch. I truly enjoyed it.
If they have a chance, they want Hunt on the field. That being said, there's a couple things about last game that I didn't like. I still don't think they're using Hunt correctly. I think Hunt and Chubb need to be on the field a lot more than they were. They were on the field together a lot more than they have been.
We're losing you, bro. Oh, that's creepy. My God, that's creepy. What's going on over there, man? Is everything connected right?
John, I'm
real
seeing
choppy.
I'm seeing what you're seeing too.
Okay.
Like
everything froze up there.
Everything seems to be going fine on my end.
I think Jacoby Brissett had probably one of the nicest throws of his career last night to Amari Cooper.
That was a fantastic.
It was a bomb.
Yeah.
It was a bomb. And it was a hell of a catch for that. Mm-hmm. But it was awesome. What's up, media? Good to see you, fam. I don't really know I don't know how much more you want to see out of Chubb and Hunt on the field at the same time. I mean, they're carrying the ball far more than they're throwing it. I don't even know what the carries were, But I mean, they ran the ball just like they do. And
Yeah,
that's pretty much why they were so dominant.
Yeah,
they were very, very, they were running the ball very well.
Yeah, but I feel like if they're on the field more together, you don't know what's coming. It provides a little more of a suspense type environment than just having them on the field by themselves.
Yeah, but what do you want them to do? Neither one of them throws the football. There's no trick plays with those guys.
Yeah, sure there is. You do fake
I don't see any.
You could do tosses. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff you could do with two.
Nick, the thing about the Browns is that they're not going to fool you with Jacoby Brissett. So any opponent coming into Cleveland or even on the road, Hunt and Chubb are the offense.
Yeah, but if Hunt's on the field by himself, you're looking Hunt's probably going to get the ball. And if Chubb's on the field by himself, you're damn well they're gearing up to stop Chubb. Doesn't always work. Doesn't work most of the time. But you still have no suspense added to it. When they're on the field at the same time, you don't know who's getting the ball. I can't hear you.
I think Chubb's getting the ball 95% of the time, period.
Yeah,
I think everybody knows it.
Yeah, but if Hunt's on the field, he shouldn't. Like, Hunt can carry a good load. And
I felt like they showcased him last night, but a 4th-round pick to get it done. Like, where were you at, Daniel? Where were the Rams? Where were the Rams?
I don't think it was going to get.
If the Rams needed a running back, they could get that done. They had a 4th-round pick.
Yeah, but I don't think the Browns would have traded him after last night. I think that was, if they lost, they were probably going to be in bad shape, and they were probably going to get rid of him. But since they won, they're still very much in the AFC North thick of it. So they're gonna ride with them.
Well, I got to tell you, bro, Cleveland was rocking last night. The Joe Hayden commencement was amazing. That was dope.
It was nice.
It was really good. It was really great. I mean, people were on their feet. They were screaming. They were cheering. They passed out these bracelets. They did a blackout in the stadium. It was awesome. It was awesome. Not for nothing, I saw that a few people I felt like a few people were offended in the comments because they thought that maybe that should have been in Pittsburgh. But the prime of his career was in Cleveland.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, so I think it may have been a little bit of a homer type deal. They felt a little bit of, I guess they felt neglected because he didn't have the commencement ceremony in Pittsburgh, but it was awesome. I loved it. His family was there. People were going crazy.
Joe Hayden was drafted by the Browns. Joe Hayden played with the Browns for like the first 4 to 6 years of his career. He was an all-pro level player for us. When he went to Pittsburgh, he had a little bit of a renaissance in his career, but he was never like a fantastic player for Pittsburgh, or he was never like, he didn't have, even he will tell you, he wanted to basically say he's a Brown after his career is over because he loves the city, and the city was always behind him. It was always rough to see him with Pittsburgh.
Maybe the Browns shouldn't have done him dirty.
I mean, the Browns
kind of did him dirty.
No, they didn't.
They kind of did him dirty.
They didn't do him dirty. He holds no ill will for how things went.
They just moved off of him, bro.
Yeah, because he kind of went downhill. He ended up getting a little better towards the end, but he had like two good years in Pittsburgh.
Izzy wants to know what the Browns were asking for Greedy Williams.
I don't know. I can't imagine it'd be that much. they're probably asking like maybe like a 5th rounder for him. But like I said, I didn't think the Browns. I didn't think the Browns were going to get any moves made. I never thought Conklin was going. Hunt, I was a little scared of at one point in time because I felt like it might have been a business move, and it actually kind of makes sense if they went on from him because I don't think he's going to be here next year. He's going to get paid by somebody. But
is Greedy a free agent next year?
I'm not 100% sure. I think he is.
No one's going to spend capital if they could just pick him up in free agency.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, like Greedy, we're not going to re-sign Greedy. Greedy's as good as gone. But Hunt, like, that one, it's one of those things you kind of want to keep him, but you just know you can't. Unless Hunt does something crazy like a Jose Ramirez did and was just like, I'll take less money to stay here. But I don't necessarily think that that's going to be the case. There's going to be probably too much money for him to leave behind. And the Browns got backups. I mean, we have a really good running back room. You saw Dearness Johnson at the end of the game last game. He hasn't played all year. And Dearness Johnson, facing a stacked box of Cincinnati Bengals, just kept moving the chains, even though they were probably just trying to go 4 and out and kill clock. So Dearness Johnson is very good. Jerome Ford, we saw him in the preseason, looked excellent, looked electric.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I like Jerome Ford.
So
I did watch him.
So it's one of those things you kind of want to keep Hunt, but I don't think you're going to be able to. With that being said, I don't want to trade him for a 5th round pick. I don't want to trade him for a 4th round pick. I want him to finish the season. I want us to start reeling off some victories, and I want us to get in the playoffs. And I got news. I know the Bills are great. The Browns are on a bye week this week. But if the Browns can play like they played yesterday, the Bills might be in a little bit of trouble.
Okay, relax. Okay, pump the brakes. Okay, it was one game. It was one game,
but you could run on
one game. And yes, you do. I think what was that? What are you guys? Under Stefanski, are you guys 4-0 or 5-0 versus the Bengals right now?
We never lost to the Bengals under Stefanski.
So I mean, it's just a great matchup.
I think we won.
To say that the Bills are in for some trouble is, I mean, pump the goddamn brakes for a second, bro.
You can run on the Bills. You can run on the Bills, and there ain't no better running team than the Browns.
Okay, and you okay? So you may be able to run on the Bills, but good luck passing. You have to understand something, dude.
I think we should be able to pass.
I mean, I think every team should be able to fucking pass, but that doesn't mean every team does it well. And I agree with Daniel, man. He should have been traded to the Rams. He wants to be a starter. So do you need that controversy? Do you want that in the locker room right now?
He didn't want to leave the Browns.
That's not true.
I'm talking.
That's not true.
He was a little upset at the start of the year before the start of the year.
A few months ago, he wanted out of Cleveland. He requested a trade
before the season
wanted to be released.
Before the season started, and he really?
Yeah.
Like, he just wanted. I think that was more of a play to make the Browns move, but the Browns didn't move. But
the Browns what? I mean, he wants to be a starter elsewhere.
I think no. I don't think he. I think he would like to stay with Chubb. Him and Chubb are like best friends.
That doesn't get the Bills paid.
You could still get the Bills paid with a couple $1 million. But
no.
Who knows what they're going to offer next year.
You're telling me that he wants to be a Brown because he likes Nick Chubb.
I think
Roquan Smith was crying his fucking eyes out in the middle of a presser when he found out his boy was traded.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't give a fuck how friendly you are. That's my point.
The players.
Nobody gives a shit if you're friends or not.
The players sometimes do. The organization does what they want.
That's when the organization is the fucking business.
That's when you hear
the organization is the business. That's
what I'm saying. But I'm saying if Hunt has a choice, I don't know what he's going to choose. but he has never made. And they asked him recently. They asked him a couple days ago. They asked him about the trades, and he's like, "Listen, I don't pay attention to that stuff." He's like, I want to do right by the people on this team right now. He's like, that's all I'm caring about. He never said that he wanted to trade. Never even made an inkling that he wanted to trade.
My thing is this: if and when it comes out after the bye week that Hunt is demanding a trade or wants released, don't sit here and tell me that his friendship with Nick Chubb
I'll bet
was
you
this, that, and the third.
I'll bet you $100 that doesn't happen.
Why not?
Do you want to bet 100? Do you want to bet 100?
Because disgruntled players don't exist in the league.
Bet 100. He doesn't ask to be released.
Why? I don't want to bet you 100.
Well, then don't tell me what my players want.
I can't have an opinion because I have to wager on it. I mean, dude, you're ridiculous. He wanted out.
I'm just telling he didn't want out. That was a play. That was a power play to make the Browns give him money. They didn't buy.
He wants to start.
He may want to start, but he also likes his role in Cleveland. I don't know if he likes his role the last couple of weeks because he didn't get much run, but he
likes his role on a losing team.
He's comfortable with this role.
So you're saying that was a play. He's a backup running back on a losing team.
He's not a backup running back. He should never be a backup running back. He should be a 1B. This team should be a running team. There's no reason why Hunt shouldn't get 10 to 12 touches a game.
Look, at the end of the day, let's just see what happens. All right? Let's see where it goes. I'm not betting you $100 just because I know a few months ago the guy did not want to be a Cleveland Brown. Okay? He wants to go somewhere and be the starting running back. Period.
That's like saying Debo didn't want to be a 49er.
It's got nothing to do with Debo.
I'm saying that's like saying Debo didn't want to be a 49er. Debo definitely wanted to be
Debo was making less than $4 million or something going into the season. He wanted his contract.
Yeah. And he
had nothing to do with starting wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3.
Yeah.
Debo wanted the bag.
Yeah.
And the Niners were willing to give it to him. Just
Hunt.
Not on his terms.
So did Hunt.
That's it.
So did Hunt. And that's why Debo scrubbed the 49ers off his Instagram page and all that shit.
Nick, I don't care about any of that.
That's what players do. Sometimes they'll
don't care about any of that shit.
They'll ask for a trade.
But Kareem Hunt came out and said, I want to be a starter elsewhere. And he wanted to be traded.
Yeah, I don't
so now the trade deadline came and went, and he is not a Ram. He's not a Bill. He didn't go to the Dolphins because Jeffrey Wilson went to the Dolphins. So my point is this. This dude could be pissed. He could be pissed.
He's very happy right now.
Okay.
If he wanted to go to the Rams, why would he want to go to the Rams? They're not going anywhere this year.
I think he just wants to be the starting running back. I don't think you're hearing me there. Or nor can you read the numerous chats, the numerous messages in the chat that are saying he's the backup. He wants to be a starter. He wanted to be traded. I mean, he definitely asked for a trade. He did.
The Browns have a history of having two running back sets. We had Mack and Miner, Mack and Metcalf. You can make this thing work if you're a running team. If you're a running team,
also have a history of losing, and players don't want their careers wasted.
Not back then. We were a pretty good team back then.
How much longer will it be before Chubb asks to be traded?
I don't think he will ask to be traded. Why would he ask to be traded? First of all, we just signed him. Literally, just signed him.
Does he want to lose?
I mean, you say that he's going to lose. The Browns, I still think the Browns. Listen, last night could have been an anomaly, or it could be the Browns playing up to the potential that they have. If they play up to that potential and they figured things out, and now they're that team, they're going to win that division.
Okay, I mean, the Ravens just got better
You don't know how
in
that's
the
gonna
last
fit.
24 hours.
You don't know how that's going to fit. It's first of all, I'm on the record saying I don't like the Christian McCaffrey trade, and I still don't like the Christian McCaffrey trade. But it's one thing to put a running back on your team. It's another thing to put a linebacker in your team. So that changes the entire dynamic of your defense.
But they needed a linebacker.
Okay, but that doesn't mean
teams use the trade deadline to
Roquan
better their
Smith-
squad in their
Roquan
positions
Smith-
they lack the most talent.
Roquan Smith has been playing in one. Listen, I think Roquan Smith's a good player. I think he's probably going to benefit the Ravens, but you don't know that.
I think I can say with conviction that Roquan Smith is going to be a problem in Baltimore.
Look at the Cincinnati Bengals. They put all these guys who are supposedly good offensive linemen on their offensive line, and they stink. They're no better.
Okay, they stink versus dude. Hold on a minute, bro. It's Myles Garrett.
They haven't been good all year, John. The first 2 games they lost because Burrow was on his ass. Then they won the last 4 games. They really didn't beat anyone all that great. So they did reel off 4 victories, but yeah, they didn't beat anyone that great. They beat the Dolphins without Tua. They beat a couple. I think they did beat the Jets. They were one of the teams that actually did beat the Jets. So yeah, I mean, they spent a lot of money to rebuff that line, and those players that they put in weren't that great. You have Roquan Smith has played for one system his entire NFL career. You have no idea how he's going to fit. He could fit fabulously. He might fit better. Or he could not be used to it or just not fit in that system that the Ravens run. You don't know how it's going to fit till it actually goes on the field. I can't hear you, John.
I said we will wait and see how it develops. But I think Roquan's going to do well in Baltimore, bro.
He
I
might.
just think he will.
I mean, it's probable. But I don't think Roquan Smith, trading for Roquan Smith is going to make your team infinitely better. I mean, I think he's a very good linebacker, but I don't think he's Ray Lewis. Like, if he was Ray Lewis, the Bears would have won more than they did.
Scott says that the Browns are not beating the Bills and they're not making the playoffs.
So like I said, if the Browns have figured out their defensive woes and figured out that applying pressure is a key to success, then yes, the Browns will make the playoffs because their team's that talented. And if we could get at least 5 wins before Deshaun Watson comes back, we'll probably make the playoffs.
Yeah, but those wins are versus the Bills, the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I'm not scared of the Ravens. I'm not scared of the Ravens.
I think the Texans are
beat the Ravens
only
last
team.
time.
I mean, I don't know, bro. Let's bring up the schedule here. Let me see what you got. I know you have the Bills.
We have the Bills. We have the Dolphins.
Okay.
I believe we have the Ravens, and who's after that?
You have. So, it's the Dolphins November 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Then you play the Bills. So the Dolphins just got better. They added Jeffrey Wilson, and they added who else did they get today?
They got Bradley Chubb.
Yeah, they got Bradley Chubb. So, I mean, you think you can beat the Dolphins?
Yeah, I think I can beat the Dolphins. I mean, I don't think the Dolphins looked really good the first couple games, but they haven't really looked amazing since. Yeah, they almost lost last week.
I honestly believe that if the Dolphins are if they're who they think they are, they're going to be, that could be a loss, bro. That could be a tough game. But
And
if the Browns play the defense that I saw them play last night, maybe not.
If the Browns play
Maybe you give them a run.
if the Browns play the
you might
defense
give them a
they played
run.
last night, there ain't too many teams beating them. There ain't too many teams beating them if they play that defense.
Like the Bills, that's gonna be your. I don't know that they can beat you. I don't know that they can beat the Bills, dude. And I honestly don't even think I'd ever take that bet.
Listen, I think they're the underdog in that game.
But Green Bay put up 17 and held them. So I mean, it's not like impossible, but they could have just had a shitty game.
And Aaron Jones had 150 yards rushing against them.
Oh, I mean, I think you can run the ball on them. I just don't know that Jacoby Brissett will be able to throw in that secondary. That's my concern.
He'll be able to throw because Chubb and Hunt will soften the blow. It'll soften the defense up to allow Jacoby Brissett to do what he has to do. I'm not saying they're the favorite in that game by any means. I'm just saying you might have some trouble. The Bills might have some trouble that game.
All right. Media, you ready, bro?
What's going
What's
on,
up, family?
What's up? What's up?
Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you too.
This is Anshul, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, what's going on, buddy?
Doing well. Crazy trade deadline today.
Actually, it wasn't
What'd
that.
you think?
Not too much went down.
I mean, I mean, yeah, but you also had some of those other moves, like not just today, right? Like obviously you have the CMC deal.
Yeah. I mean, you had a couple.
You had a couple before today, but I mean, I thought, I'm a little scared to play Miami, and I know the Niners have to play them, week 13 this season at Levi's. And Mike McGlinchey's probably gonna struggle too because he's gonna have to go up against Bradley Chubb again. But man, Miami
Chubb,
Mike's doing a great job.
He really is, man. What was your biggest surprise today, dude? Who surprised you the most?
TJ Hawkinson, because I don't think anyone saw that coming. I don't think there were rumors about that either.
No, that's a
and also like in the same division, that's also very, very shocking.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think the deal was all that great because you're just like swapping picks, so it's not really like you're just getting maybe a better pick, but
they traded
within the division though. That was kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
So he went for what? Was it a 4th round pick?
I think it was a 3rd and 4th.
Or 3rd and 4th. It was 2 picks.
It's the 23rd, 4th. So Hawkinson. So Detroit gave Hawkinson the 23rd, 4th, and the 24th, 4th to the Vikings for the 23 second and the 20 and the 24 3rd.
Jesus, they swapped picks and you got. So Hawkinson, he hasn't really been all that great.
I guess that's
right?
true. That makes sense. Yeah.
No, he's been really good.
Not really.
Yeah, he has.
Not really.
Not from Lions
listen.
fans I've talked to that he's looked that great.
I mean, he's been throughout the last 2 years at least. This year and the past year, he's probably been a top 5 tight end.
That's not true. I actually am surprised they didn't move Swift. If they're going to start moving, if they're just going to start rebuilding again around the Dan Campbell situation, like, why didn't they go after Claypool?
People don't pay a lot for running backs. That's the only thing.
I mean, listen,
I
Nick,
mean,
when you're a franchise that hasn't done a fucking thing since Megatron, like, you have to spend some capital to actually get better.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is trading Swift, you're not gonna get a 1st round for Swift. I don't think you're gonna get a 2nd round for Swift. You might get a 2nd round for Swift, maybe. But people don't spend that much money on running backs. People don't spend a lot of capital on running backs.
So Hawkinson was your biggest surprise today.
Yeah, because like the thing is, a lot of these other guys, at least I saw some reports like Jeff Wilson Jr. I mean, I had like once I saw, because I believe it was Albert Breer who had reported it first, that the Niners have been getting calls on Jeff Wilson Jr. And so I thought, like I had the Lions as a team, I had the Dolphins as a team, I had the Jets as a team, and so I mean I really the Jets, I guess, after getting Robinson, it was pretty unlikely. But like
I think it
from
was
what
just
I've
Miami, bro.
yeah, I
I
guess
think it
it
was
was
just
really.
Miami.
It seems like it was just probably Miami, and the thing is, I guess Chase Edmonds hasn't been all that great, and that's why they packaged him in the deal with Bradley Chubb. So obviously Jeff Wilson Jr. is familiar with the system, and so him and he and Mostert now get to be together once again.
I don't know,
So
man. They must really believe in TDP, bro,
Yeah.
because
Do you think
in
the
my
Niners got
opinion,
two less though? Because I know some of the faithful keep saying, "Oh, we could have gotten a fourth or a third." I don't. I think it's a fine deal because the thing is, he was an
no.
undrafted free agent. I think a fifth-round pick for him is.
His injury history hasn't been all that
Yeah,
superb.
yeah,
Like it was fair compensation. I
yeah.
just have to question, like, so are you that content with TDP right now? Like, is TDP gonna be our third? I mean, Elijah Mitchell, I with confidence, I cannot say that I'm confident that he stays healthy through 10 games,
Yeah.
much less 17, right?
But I think the thing is we still have to see that because like we were using Elijah Mitchell as like the main guy. Like obviously years before we kind of rotated guys. So I think Mitchell will be able to stay healthier, and I think the same with CMC because I think that we're gonna rotate them. So I think it's gonna be okay. I think it's actually better. So I'm not too worried. Yeah, that there is still a little bit of that concern, obviously, because they both have the injury history. But I honestly think the Niners should be fine. And the two guys that are winners out of this trade are TDP and Jordan Mason because knock on wood, if one of these guys, goes down, and now that's going to at least give a actual chance to TDP or Mason. So I think those guys are winners.
I like having the installation of Jeffrey Wilson. I honest to God, I thought Elijah. I love the dude, but I mean,
Yeah.
call it a freak injury, taking the helmet to the knee. I get it, but we've been here before, right?
Yeah, no, and I get it.
Before.
There's definitely both sides of it. Like, I understand completely of the side that's like, okay, it makes sense, but it's also, and I get the side that, we should have kept.
But I mean, I get it. Like CMC's, he had a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
183 yards, 3 touchdowns. He was awesome.
Yeah, and
A
I mean,
PPR
if
of
he's not
100.
gonna, and if he's not gonna be in the future plans, I mean, next year because he's a free agent, like I guess it's a good move because at least you're getting something for him and not
Sure,
losing him for
sure.
nothing.
here's my outlook on the Jeffrey Wilson trade. There are about 6, I'm willing to say about 6 running backs in the league that are like really true running backs that actually change your team. Then there are like probably about like 4 or 5 other ones that have like receiving aspects in them too. That would be like your McCaffrey type guys. After that, it's pretty much just get a hungry guy who has kind of the talent out there and have him fill the role. And that's who Jeffrey Wilson was. He's nothing special. He's just a guy that goes out there and does his job. And he does it fairly well if he's got the right stuff around him. And that's it. I don't think Miami's getting a gold mine here. I don't think it's going to change too much of what Miami does. You guys, I don't really think especially now that you guys have McCaffrey, Wilson's not a necessity to have on your team anymore. You could trot Mitchell out there. You could trot TDP out there. You could trot some other schmuck that you guys got back there. It's going to be just fine.
Fuck.
It's just
Jordan
the
Mason
injury.
hasn't.
That's the reason
That's
why.
it's the injury. If
Yeah.
Elijah Mitchell gets banged up in the next few weeks, CMC goes out there, gets banged up, God forbid, bro, it's the TDP show. And then you're gonna have to start using Debo out of the backfield, right?
You got Jordan Mason too. I'm sure he can come in and
Yeah,
do
but
some-
Jordan Mason hasn't done, in my opinion, anything to really enamor Kyle enough to put him out there.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I think if he goes out there, he'll be okay. Like I don't think Jordan Mason is a star. I don't think TDP is a star. I don't even really think Elijah Mitchell's a star. But they're good enough guys. They're good enough guys to get the job done that you need to get done. You have other stars on your team that you could fit. That
Jeffrey Wilson put this team on his shoulders this season, and
yeah, he's commendable.
he ran for. I mean, where was he? What is he ran for almost a little over 400 some yards?
Yeah,
this season?
and he was, I think, before this game, or even like the last two games, because obviously he didn't play as much because of McCaffrey, but he was, I believe, 11th, and so now he dropped down to 14, so he's done fairly well.
I still think that Miami is in a good position with their running backs. Like they're insulated now, right? So they've got Mostert,
Mm-hmm.
whom like I'm not watching a whole lot of Miami right now, but like is Raheem, does he look similar that he did here? What's up, Sin? Thanks for stopping by, family. Good to see you.
I think your guys
Is he running the ball? Is he running the ball similar in Miami?
I think your guys
Is he hitting that outside edge?
look a lot better than he is. He's fine. He's fine, but I think he's not doing nearly what he did on the 49ers. I think the 49ers scheme, which is very nice to running backs, it made Raheem Mostert look a lot better than he actually is.
I mean, that's fair to say because I mean we've heard that before.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tailor-made for running backs. I mean, we're a run-first team, so naturally, you should succeed in this system if you have talent and speed. You know, but the Dolphins are literally a speed demon team. I mean, they have a ton of talent that can run very fast. So, I mean, Jeffrey Wilson just gives them, you know, like he could be a goal line threat. He could be a red zone threat for them. You know,
He can even he can even like catch some passes. Like they can even use him. Like I know, you know, I always remember that Cardinals game, right, where you just give it to him. Like you throw Jimmy Garoppolo throw a little pass, and he just goes in and gets a touchdown.
Yeah.
Like you could use him like that too.
Edmonds was traded. Is that Tony?
Yeah, he was part of the
He was the Miami.
the
trade,
Chubb.
right? I think he
The
was part of the
Oh
Chubb.
yeah. So they sent the San Francisco first, right?
Yep. Yeah, so Miami's used up all the Niners' first round picks now because they've used it for Hale trading up, I guess, for Waddle and then Chubb.
And then the Chubb.
Yep.
Great move, bro. Miami's going to be tough.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm,
they're gonna
I'm
be tough.
scared to play them a little.
But another team like the Vikings, bro, they're going to be the Vikings. It seems like we always come playoff time, we're always waiting for the Vikings to lose, bro. I don't know, man. Call me crazy, but the Vikings look better this year. They did lose Irv Smith. I think he's on IR now.
Yep.
But that hence the Hawkins trade. I mean, that makes sense, right? Vince, you're not scared of the Vikings? The Vikings play us tough. Play us tough, bro.
I think we could beat them though.
I'm not scared of the Vikings. I don't think we play them. But I'm scared of them.
My fear is Miami
Yep.
and Seattle. Seattle freaks me out.
I'm not that scared of Seattle. I think Geno's a bit overrated, and I think the Niners are going to be fine. Like,
I mean, I thought he was overrated a week ago, and then I thought he was a week ago before that, bro. But like, he's still winning.
The only thing I will say, Anshul, and I've been saying this for a while, there's something to that Seattle home field advantage. There just is. It's hard to go there and
I
win.
hate that. I hate that. I hate the 12.
I
It's
do
hard
too.
to go there and win. I don't know what it is. Like, but for some
It's
reason,
like fucking voodoo is what it is, bro. It's dark magic. I don't like it. I don't like
it's hard.
12 man, dude.
I mean, just look. I mean, this isn't just this year. It's look at the past years. Like, Seattle's record is infinitely better at home than it is away.
I mean, when you're looking at the schedule right now, bro, we still have to play Arizona twice.
Yeah, I'm more scared of Arizona than I am Seattle. Just because the Niners don't do that well versus the mobile quarterbacks.
I would not be more scared of Arizona than Seattle. I've never been a big fan of Kyler Murray. I don't know what people see in him.
He wears himself down and he hurts himself as the season progresses. Have you
And he
noticed?
makes stupid
breaks
decisions.
down.
And, like,
That's true.
I don't think that guy's any damn good. I mean, he's got like a certain talent level, but like in terms
We
of
just don't contain. We cannot.
Yeah,
contain
I
the mobile
just
threat.
it's just I'm scared of his mobile threat. Like I get that he tends to decline throughout the season, but it's just the
Yeah.
mobility is what scares me the
But
most.
remember, last year, I mean, you guys got beat by Kyler Murray, but you guys didn't lose that game by much. You guys really got your ass whooped by fucking Colt McCoy.
Yeah,
I'm saying Colt McCoy is better than Kyler Murray, but
he fucking moves. If you fucking move, you are automatically a threat to this defense, dude.
but what I said is
Mariota made us look fucking foolish.
Exactly. And the thing is, I'm so worried still about Eric Armstead because that fasciitis injury, like it can linger so much. And so, I know the Niners have been pretty optimistic about him, but I'm still concerned because I just don't like.
Let me ask you a question.
But I just don't know how he's gonna do week to week because of that injury.
Media, listen to me. Is there a chance that he has turf toe and they're fucking calling it plantar fasciitis?
No.
What do you mean no?
I could see it because we have played on turf, like, and we all seem to always get hurt on
turf toe fucking ended Patrick Willis's career.
But why would they lie about it?
I mean,
because the Niners
they don't want to have to fucking they do.
The Niners have that's the one thing that pisses me off about it because like the Niners have a history of like, okay, this player gets hurt and it's like it doesn't sound as bad, and then it's like we don't really hear much from about that player, and then it's like later on, oh well, this player can get a setback, and so then it's like worse than what they actually had.
I don't know if I'd rather have plantar fasciitis over turf toe.
What I'm saying is, we know that turf toe has really hindered careers, right? We know that. To be honest with you, to be totally honest with you, plantar fasciitis is like a newer injury. I mean, maybe it just is because of the Niners. We're always fucking pulling groins or rolling ankles.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when was the last time we've heard of a player having plantar fasciitis? When?
Plantar fasciitis is a condition.
I don't think to date I can tell you that I remember a particular player having plantar fasciitis. So even from I just wonder, bro, like we know that turf toe has ruined careers. We know that.
Turf toe is a very scary thing to say in NFL circles, but turf toe is an injury. Turf toe heals just like any other injury. It might take some time, and if you keep playing on it, you can make it worse. But
that's when the capsule in the joint is compromised, right?
Yeah, it's some type of break in the toe. I kind of get it confused like that and Lisfranc Frank or whatever, but kind of along the same thing. It just makes it hard for you to push off with your foot when you're running.
Yeah, it's like in the back, like right on the.
But plantar fasciitis is a condition that's with the bridge of your foot, like that. You really can't. you can kind of contain it, but you can't really.
Oh, that's my thing. That was my question. So is it something that just this year flared up, or is it something that you've been diagnosed with in the past, and now it's giving you the most trouble? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, did all of a sudden plantar fasciitis just flare up now, new?
No, it doesn't flare up new. People have had that forever. But what I'm saying,
that's what I'm asking you. We've never heard of Armstead being set back by this, right?
Yeah, because like he hasn't really been in. He's been relatively healthy.
That's what I thought.
Once it starts bothering you, that's when they diagnose it. But plantar fasciitis, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I'd rather have plantar fasciitis over turf toe. But plantar fasciitis, you can obviously you can live with it, obviously, and you can function with it. It just at some points in times becomes really painful. I have plantar fasciitis. It doesn't really bother me that much. At one point in time, it did, but sometimes you got to get like special insoles to like make the plantar fasciitis better.
All right. So how long can San Francisco keep this up with Armstead before they have to put him on IR? Media. What's up, Kirk? He said Tony's voice changed.
I
lost
think.
a few.
I mean, I think there's a possibility that he might go on IR like after the bye week. Like they're probably going to take this bye week to see how everybody heals up, and depending on I think how Armstead is, they might. But it's kind of interesting because it sounded like he could have played versus the Rams, but I guess the Niners just took the safe route to not play.
And I would too. Especially if there was
a good choice, but
yes, if there was a chance that he could play, and they thought that if we could handle the Rams, keep him off the field, get him through the bye week, let him heal up, get better, I don't know, bro. Kinlaw's another one too. Like that dude's knee that will probably be one of the biggest. And look, we've made so many excuses. I've made excuses for Kevin, right? The offseason, he got that cleanup done in the knee.
Yep.
Then they pretty much treated him for an ACL, right?
Yep.
So now, what are we saying? Are we saying that we should be patient with this? That there will be some flare-ups, there will be some flare-ups and inflammation for the next, I don't know, 8 weeks. I mean, I know that flying caused that knee to flare up a few times now, right? Traveling with the team caused that knee to flare up, right?
Yep.
So how many more excuses can we make for his knee, bro?
And that's the thing, because even when he was coming out of South Carolina, right, he had a history of already a knee injury, and so the Niners ended up drafting him. I really don't know. Like, he has 2 more years left on his contract.
They're not going to pick up the 5th year.
Yeah, and I don't.
No, they shouldn't. You want to know why? Because knees, they don't heal. When you have chronic knee issues, they don't heal. It's just going to continue to get worse.
Yeah, okay, so he has this year, next year, and then I guess it's the 5th year option.
All right, so media, did you see Croc's show when he had that doctor on? It was a woman, and she basically specialized in sports medicine. I don't know what she does, but she talked about his injury history and the knees. And she basically said that this dude is going to struggle with chronic knee inflammation. Just arthritis. It just is what it is, right? He's a big dude. So not only did San Francisco know this, but they drafted him anyway. Like, they were going to solve arthritis.
And I don't think it was
Like they could just take him in.
All arthritis.
But
Make
that's
it
the
better.
thing, and I think that the thing is with the Niners and like John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan is maybe they just didn't look into that as much because I feel like that's the thing is like once they traded DeForest Buckner, they felt so pressured that they had to replace him. Like they could have gone with like a Tristan Wirfs or something. Like I think the Niners felt so pressured that they have to replace this guy in DeForest Buckner.
And look what
That's why they
happens.
went to
Look
Kemba.
what happens when you try to replace someone. Fucking can't, bro.
Yeah.
You can't do it. You just can't do it. That's the problem, bro. And look, we've been through these injury riddled players through the years, right?
Yep.
It's time for San Francisco to do your fucking homework, bro. The scouts, you don't think the scouts highlighted or circled or checked boxes, bro? Or put stars next to the knees? This regime could not have missed that.
Mm-hmm.
No one can say that they missed it. Everyone knew about it.
Yep.
So, with that being said, coming out of the bye week, all I hope for is that they get that inflammation under control and Kinlaw can be available for at least 7 more games.
I don't really know because if it's to me it's sounding like it's almost like a Todd Gurley thing and it's like basically his career's over. Like
Yeah.
I feel more optimistic about Armstead way more than I do Kinlaw. I don't see how Kinlaw could possibly play.
Chronic knee injury with plus 300 pounds.
Gammon, what's up, family?
Recipe for disaster.
Well, I mean, I just want to see Kinlaw get it under control, bro, and have availability.
In order for him to get it under control, he'd have to lose about 90 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he'd be undersized. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know that he would be. I mean, he would. I don't know, dude. I want to see them come out of the bye media healthy.
No.
That's wishful thinking. I get it.
But you know what I want to actually ask you, John V, is because apparently the Niners did check on Daron Payne from the Washington Commanders, so that tells us like
that they don't believe in.
To me, that's just like they're concerned about Kinlaw. Like that I don't think there's optimism about Kinlaw.
Oh, I mean, there's no doubt. How can't you be? I mean, honestly, how can't you be?
Yeah.
How can't you be? I feel like they don't want to give up on him.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna give him chances because they did that with Jalen Hurd too. And I know people hate when I bring up that name, but
No, but I mean, honestly, he deserves it.
yeah.
If you're going to do it for them. Oh, Vince, me too. I've been saying this. I don't understand. I don't understand why they haven't reached out to Sue.
And apparently I know Sue's been like working out this whole time.
Right.
Been in shape.
Wants to play ball.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I there's a number of things that concern me with Armstead's foot, you know.
You know, one guy I actually want to give a shot though, and they he was active last week, and I get that it was preseason, but he looked pretty good for the Vikings. Like, give T.Y. McGill an opportunity. I just want to see how does he look. Like, give him a chance, and that's why I think losing Mo Hurst too. Unfortunately, like
Yeah, that hurt.
I know
That
we
hurt.
didn't get to see him last year either, but I thought he was going to be able to have a breakout season. I thought he was going to be able to help this team. So
We knew that he was going to get cut, though. I think a lot of guys had him getting cut.
and I know
Released, you what
the
mean?
Niners have the rookie, right, Kalia Davis, but I don't think he'll play this year.
I forgot about Clea Davis.
I know I did too, but somebody tweeted about it today, and I was like, oh yeah.
I forgot that dude was even there.
Yeah.
How much does Payne have left on his contract?
Well, I think he's a free agent after this year. Look,
That would be dope.
he should have just like told Washington, I want to play for Chris Kassir. Get me out of here.
Yeah. Shit. I saw they tried out some receivers again, bro. And I
Yeah.
saw Sanu on the fucking list.
Yep. But
And I
today
thought to
they
myself, they'll bring Sanu in.
and today they made some moves, but they didn't end up signing any of those guys because they released Akeem Spence. They of course brought back Willie Snead on the practice squad, and then Malik Turner they released.
Nick, what are you doing over there? Like, what the fuck? Did you choke on an ice cube or what?
I almost got taken out by an almond joy.
Okay,
I mean,
so
dude,
Duran,
you came in, you went out, you gagged to death, you left again. I mean, what are you doing, dude? Chew your fucking food, you hillbilly. What's your rush? No one's even talking to you right now. Just eat. Chew, motherfucker.
okay, so
Damn.
Duran Payne has 8.5 mil right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so, because it's been halfway through the season, we would have had to pay him like 4.25 mil if we had traded for it.
Mm. You gonna go on mute? My God, dude.
So almond
could
joy
see
is
this
killing
guy.
me.
I, honest to God, listen. Do me a favor. Do me this one favor. Listen to me very clear.
Yep.
Don't fucking ever eat an almond joy again. I mean, never again in your life.
Yeah.
It has been the most aggravating, most annoying thing to watch you struggle and die over a fucking almond joy.
They're delicious. One
Oh
of the
yeah,
more
tell that
underrated
to your
candy-
throat.
One of the more underrated candy bars there is.
Fucking garbage candy is what it is.
Yeah, 'cause
All right, bro. So, what else? What else today? Who did the Commanders move?
William okay, we actually have to talk about that because the Niners also checked on him apparently. So it was William Jackson the second who got traded. I think it was like a 7th round pick, I think, that the Steelers gave up.
I forget exactly what they gave up.
Yeah, I know it was like a late round, day 3 pick.
We needed. We could have used a corner.
Yeah.
You know,
But
my most the trade I don't understand is Claypool to the Bears for a second. I don't think Claypool's worth a second.
I
25 years
well,
old.
I'll tell you this because the reason I think he went for that is because he's still on his rookie contract and he's young, and I think it's because of the upside he has.
I don't
I-
sure.
upside.
I think that's
Darnell Mooney isn't going to get it done, Nick. I mean, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but through 9 weeks of football, it's been the fucking Fields Mooney show.
No.
Yeah,
Like,
but
they just need another weapon.
the thing is, a second round pick's a lot to give up for Claypool. Maybe a third.
Again,
understand that.
I think it's the upside that that's why they gave up
Yeah. Where was he drafted?
second round.
Was
Sure.
he a second rounder?
That has everything
Yes.
to do with it.
Yes, pick 49.
All right. So I actually like Claypool to the Bears. Now,
And let me see what's his contract because if it's a rental, it's like, yeah, I get you gave up a second round pick, but it's like, okay, they got picks from Roquan Smith, I think they're going to be okay. He has 2 more years, and I mean, it doesn't look like there's really dead cap. So if he doesn't end up working out these like last games, they could just move on from it.
Right. I like the move. I think for Chicago's sake, it was a good move.
No.
They needed a big body threat in the red zone anyway. I mean, Mooney was, I think he caught a ball on the goal line and literally was muscled out. Right? I mean, they needed a threat for the red zone in Chicago. But all this is useless if Fields can't stay upright.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
Fields played pretty good the
Like-
last couple weeks.
And I think also weren't the Packers? I think also had interest. So obviously they're divisional rivals.
Oh,
so
I guarantee it. They
So
were
it's
they were
like
they were probably
you-
interested on anyone.
they had to out. Yeah,
anyone.
they had to outbid. Their rivals.
And they
too.
weren't willing to give up a second and a third for Claypool.
I don't know what it is with the Green Bay, but they do not seem to like receivers.
Green
I
Bay's
don't get
in a
it,
lot of
bro.
trouble. Green Bay's in a lot of trouble.
How listen, if the fact is that the receivers Dobbs and Watson are young.
Yeah, and Watson's been injured a lot too, right?
Yeah, I think he was banged up for a while.
I know at the
Um,
beginning, and then I think he's banged up again.
But Romeo Dobbs is pretty dope. I just think that they're just,
Yeah.
here's the thing. If Rodgers wasn't such a fucking asshole and a better leader, then and not throwing his young receiving core under the bus when they're fucking losing, they might be that intimidation factor could play a role into how they do. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like if this guy wasn't such a fucking asshole, they might be better off.
There's no reason why Aaron Rodgers shouldn't be able to succeed with those receivers that he has. I'm not saying he has the greatest year of his career, but they're horrible right now. They can't pass at all.
Thing is, I think they're struggling running the routes. I think the timing is totally fucked.
And they
That's
don't
the
really have that
problem.
much separation either with those guys.
They'll
Right.
figure it
Right.
out. Like these guys should be able to get some type of separation. Figure it out. Like
Okay, that's the
they're all
problem.
professional football players.
You're going into week 9 and your season is nearly over. You understand?
I'm not saying come out and be the most dynamic passing offense of all time, but you should at least be able to get some type of separation. You should at least be able to have some type of reasonable, respectable passing game. There's no reason why you shouldn't. Your offensive line is not completely terrible. You have a pretty decent running game. These receivers are not absolute garbage.
If they can't run their routes properly, they're not going to separate. Do you understand? If the timing is off, everything, the offense doesn't work, Nick. It's broken right now.
What do these people do in practice?
I don't fucking know.
Like,
We don't.
isn't
What
this
are you asking me for?
I mean, I didn't play college football or anything. I did play a little bit of high school football. The receivers, that's what they practice: route running. You practice your routes. That's what you did. What do they do?
Your experience at the high school level has not even a fucking drop in a bucket at the professional level. It's
I'm just
timing.
saying, what are these
Fucking timing. Jesus.
fucking practice that then? And you should be better by week 9.
Well, you know what then? We better get you out of that Browns shirt and into Green Bay because you've got all the fucking answers to their problems.
I got a lot of answers.
It could also
My
be the
answers are usually
coaching
simple.
too. I mean,
Yeah, it could be. That could be it too.
Like, either LaFleur is a shit coach, Aaron Rodgers ain't getting good anymore, or something's wrong and something needs a change.
Rodgers signed a contract. Oh, he is an asshole. There's no doubt about it. Is he? I agree 100. I think he is an asshole. I don't know, bro.
There's all this talk about Aaron Rodgers not trusting the receivers. Start trusting them. Throw it to them. because what you're doing right now ain't working.
Kansas City, who did they get this week?
They got
Kadarius Toney.
yeah.
Kadarius Toney from the Giants.
I think that could be dangerous.
That was awesome. That was an awesome move.
Yep.
Who else today? Did we miss anybody today?
Let's see.
Hawkinson went.
Not really.
Claypool.
Not really for this year, but next year will have a bit of an effect. Calvin Ridley to the Jaguars.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's
Calvin.
right. That's right.
Man, that's a great move. Like for next year, that was a great. Let's see.
Didn't have to give up too much to get him.
Naheem Hines to the Bills.
Really?
That was like a last minute. Yep.
Holy shit! I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean that came like way after the deadline because they always end up rolling out.
Yeah. We didn't even hear from Tony. That was huge for them, right?
And they got rid of Zach Moss, so that they sent Zach Moss.
Dude, Zach Moss was fucking garbage.
And
They basically swapped Zach Moss and Hines.
Exactly.
I mean, they needed a running back, dude. Like their run game struggles entirely, bro. Singletary is just too shifty. You know, he reminds me of what's his face? He just hops. We traded him to Jacksonville. Say his name, media.
Oh, Hasty.
We
didn't trade
Reminds
him,
me.
but yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, we released him. You know what I mean? They're very similar in the way that they hop around behind the line of scrimmage before they actually go fucking north for a change, right? I don't know. 99, that's great. It's great for Buffalo.
I think also Philly did pretty well. I mean, they got Robert Quinn, then you got the Ravens getting
was
Roquan
awesome.
Smith. Like that's great.
Yep.
The Eagles are really, really fucking scary right now, bro.
I like their team, but it's like their schedule isn't even that bad though. Like it's
No,
not
it's their depth. It's their depth.
Yeah, but the Eagles might have a little problem coming up here because with my boy Jordan Davis has a high ankle sprain. So
Who's their backup?
that I couldn't tell you, but you have a hard time filling Jordan Davis' shoes.
I feel like they have enough playmakers on that squad that's not going to make a difference right now.
Might be
I
to
think
soften
they'll
up
be
the run
fine.
defense.
No, because I still think that they have what's his name? That veteran that tore us
Fletcher
up.
Cox.
Fletcher Cox.
Fletcher Cox.
Let's see, who else do they have? Oh, Hargrave. I mean, he's not bad.
No, Hargrave, Cox, and we got what's his face. They were a nightmare for us. All
Yeah,
veterans.
no, I think they'll be fine without Jordan Davis.
But
Man,
that's pretty much it for the free agents, though.
I don't know. Did you guys think that it was? And did anything other than the Hawkinson trade? Did anything jump out? Roquan Smith.
That didn't really jump out because he wanted to be. He didn't. It seemed like he just didn't want to be in Chicago. So that didn't really shock me that much. Claypool was a little shocking to me, just a little bit.
I think the Claypool trade was good for Chicago, bro.
Yeah.
I think they could have done better.
Well, see, I think they might have. We don't know, but maybe they showed interest in maybe they had interest in Robbie Anderson, but he went to the Cardinals. Maybe they had interest in what's his name? That other receiver on the Panthers. DJ Moore. But like, it seems like the Panthers didn't want to move him. So, and Brandon Cooks maybe.
I mean, Cooks is a top-notch receiver. So,
but the Texans, I guess, just didn't get what they wanted. that's why he didn't get moved. So
DJ
they could have
Moore
been
had
poking
that.
around some of these other, guys that were rumored to be available, and none of
DJ
those
Moore's
guys got
controversial
moved.
helmet situation that cost them the game versus the Commanders. What'd you think? What'd you think about it?
It's just a dumb
Is
move.
it?
It's one of those things.
Hey, I'll tell you what. John, did the game Sunday make you feel better about the Chiefs or worse about the Rams? I'll be honest with you. If the Niners were as healthy versus the Chiefs as we were against the Rams, I felt a lot better about that game. I still had Kansas City beating us,
No.
but I don't think it was by 40. I don't think you put up 44.
Yeah, see, the thing was with that Chiefs game, okay, I thought, like, yeah, there's a chance that we end up losing, but I did not think we were going to lose this bad.
Right. Charvarius Ward was night and day versus the Rams versus
Oh, yeah.
the Chiefs.
He
Right? I
played
mean,
better for sure.
We forced him out there versus the Chiefs. Period.
Yeah. And same with Trent Williams. I don't think Trent Williams should have played versus the Chiefs.
I don't either. So, to be honest, I think the game Sunday made me feel better about the Rams because we got the sweep. And I'm just confident beating the Rams. I just know that that's a team that we got their
match up
number.
very well against you.
We match up very well. We got their number. And it really, if anything, what it does is it makes me just revisit that NFC Championship game. And I think to myself, like, you motherfuckers slipped away. You slipped away in the one game that mattered the most.
Yeah, because
that would fucking figure.
Because we ended up losing, I think by 10 in that game, and the Niners had the lead the entire time. And
we were just trying to get Robbie down there to give us a chance, bro.
Yep.
We needed to tie. We were down 3, media. We just needed to get downfield and kick a field goal and give ourselves a chance.
Yeah, I mean, this also, I think the bye is going to be great for us because there's
so do I.
We can. There's gonna be so many guys because we still have guys like Jordan Willis on IR. We have, Jennings and Debo. I think should be back.
Dude, there's a list of players. It's like I think it's almost like 10. It's like 9 names long. We get back Juice. We get back Debo. We get back Jordan Willis. We get back Jennings, Greenlaw.
Oh yeah, Aziz.
And Aziz. And then I guess Kinlaw and Armstead were kind of like.
And then we might get Verrett back.
Maybe it was Verrett.
I don't know.
I think it's Verrett and Armstead were kind of on the bubble, right?
Yeah. Okay. And I don't think Colton McKivitz is possibly be able to come back, or maybe.
I don't know if I saw McKivitz on that list, to be honest with you.
Actually, let's see. Because I think he was placed on October 8th or around there, so it would have been.
So how many weeks does he have to be on there for? 4?
4 weeks.
Yeah.
So he might be back after this. Like
yeah, and Mitchell Vince. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
That's it. That's a squad, bro.
Yeah. Because I think, I get that Jordan Willis maybe wasn't as good like this season, but I think having him is going to help this D-line just because, rotations, and then obviously Debo and Jennings are going to be big. Yeah. And then Dre Greenlaw and Aziz. Like, the Niners should have some guys back. And the Niners seemed pretty optimistic about it too when they were talking. So we should be getting some guys back for 100%.
They were also optimistic versus Kansas City, and look how that fucking played out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Shit. I do feel better though. Tell me, we looked like an entirely different squad versus the Rams.
That's why I'm hoping like we can see that the rest of the season, because it's, to me, I'm still not 100% because it's like we have the Rams number. It's just some switch turns on. when we play the Rams. Now, can we see that the rest of the season? Then, we should definitely have a chance.
Mhm.
So, I just need to see consistency.
Media, look at this question from Gammon. Do you expect the 49ers second half adjustments to continue, or do you consider it a one-off because of the familiarity with the Rams? That's a fucking great question.
Yeah, that's a great question.
And
Again, I don't really know because I want to see the Niners do that like multiple games in a row, not just one
Gammon,
game.
I want to say, let's come back to this. Let's come back to this in about a week, 2 weeks. Let's get healthy. Let's get our guys back, and let's see. Because my question is, were any of those adjustments needed prior to the injuries, right? If we were healthy and we came out, it would have been a dog walking, bro.
You guys want to go to
know.
Vegas?
I have to answer this right now. I would say that this was potentially I think it's a one-off because the familiarity. I think it was.
Agree.
I honest to God, I think that it was.
And like I said, that's why I want to see it multiple weeks in a row before I come to a conclusion fully on that.
Right. I think it's fair to say that this was a one-off. And that's fucking, when you say it out loud, bro, it's not exactly the most confident. But I mean, look, we played them well. We dominated that game. We looked good. We held Cooper Kupp to 79 yards, right?
Yep. I don't think he had a single catch. I don't think he had a single catch in the second half. Maybe
I was so
one.
busy, bro.
Maybe one, if anything, but
No, Cooper Kupp got hurt that game.
so yeah, but didn't he still play the second half?
No, I think he came out.
Really?
All right, you guys want to move to Vegas odds?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
All right. Thursday, November 3rd, we got the Eagles at Texans.
Another terrible Thursday night football game.
Are they doing this on purpose? I mean,
I really don't know.
This one might be a little more entertaining because it might actually just be a bloodbath. But like, are they just putting the shittiest game they could possibly put on Thursday?
Kupp got hurt with 1 minute left in the game, bro.
Yeah, because I thought I saw Kupp.
Wow.
I'm 100% sure I ended up seeing Kupp in the second half. So.
I was doing leaves. Didn't get a chance to see it. So we got Eagles at Texans, Phillies minus 14.
Okay, I'm taking Philly.
Yeah, I'm taking Philly. What?
Minus 14 though?
Yes.
That's a giant spread. I don't think I'm not sure.
I'm taking that.
I'm taking the spread. That's the only that I will take that.
I'm going to go against the spread. Actually, I'm going to go with the Texans just because the spread's so ginormous.
Hold on. I got to write this down. All right. Go on. Next one. Hurry up.
All right. So we got Chargers at Falcons. Chargers are minus 3.
That's a tough one.
I'm going Falcons.
Texans, Philly, Izzy.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Falcons too.
I too will take the Falcons, so that.
Something about the Chargers every year, and I don't get it.
Yeah, it's
But
like
they
they have
always-
all this. I think it's the coaching because
It probably
got it all
most
there.
likely is.
They're like a shiny new car that has like a terrible engine. Like it looks great, but just doesn't.
Nick, are you taking the Falcons?
Yes, I'm taking the Falcons.
All right.
Dolphins at Bears.
Dolphins.
Miami is -5. I'm going to go with Miami, especially since Chicago's unloading all their players.
Yeah, I'm going.
I'm going Miami also.
We got Panthers at Bengals. Bengals are -7.
I'm taking the Panthers.
Really?
I hope. I'm going to take the
Yes.
Panthers to cover.
Also, the thing is, like the they don't. I keep forgetting, but they don't even have Jamar Chase too, and I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah. I mean, we beat.
They had Higgins. They got Boyd. I mean, they're not hurting. They've got weapons.
We beat the brakes off them last year with even when they had Chase.
I'm taking the. I'm gonna take the Bengals.
All right. Yeah, I'm taking the Panthers.
I'm going to take the Panthers as well, John.
All right.
Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers at Lions, and the Lions are +3.5.
I don't know who the fuck to take in that one.
Hey, does Dan Campbell retain his job after this season? What do you think?
think
Yay
so.
or nay?
I
Yes.
think so.
I think so. I think so. Also, I believe in Dan Campbell. Fucking
Like
guy
they
is
just need to give them a proper shot to rebuild. Like
Yeah. I think they're going to give him at least one more year. After
because that offense isn't that bad. It's
No,
really
the
the
offense is great.
defense. Yeah, the offense is fine. Maybe they could use one more receiver, but it's like they have a good young offensive line. Now they'll probably have to go get a tight end, but okay. And then it's like they just got to build that defense.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Um,
Nick, Packers, Lions.
I'm going to go with the Packers just because I feel like they got to get a win at some point in time.
What does
The
Monroe
thing
come
is,
back?
what's so hard for me in this game is like 1 week the Lions look really, really good and competitive, and then like the next week it's like they get blown out. So it's like I don't know who. And then obviously the Packers haven't looked good either. So I'm not sure who to take.
When did they get Monroe back?
I think they already did.
Yeah, I feel like he's back already. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, well, I'm going to take the Packers to bounce back and get their shit together.
All right. That's kind of my thought process on it. Raiders at Jaguars. Raiders.
Wait, isn't there Colts Packers?
What's that?
I mean Colts Patriots.
Yeah, that's next.
Oh, okay.
I got Raiders Jaguars in this order. Raiders at Jaguars.
Jags.
Oh, give me the Jags.
Yeah. Well, the Raiders are -1, so. Yeah, I'm actually going to take. I'm going to take the Raiders on this one. I think they, if they have any sense of pride, they'll come back this week and play better.
I got the Jags.
Yeah, the Jags started off pretty hot, but they've been pretty shitty the last couple.
Trevor Lawrence threw a pick that sealed it for them.
Yeah. Colts Patriots.
Fuck,
Patriots are -5.
I don't like either, but give me the Patriots though.
I got the Patriots in this one as well.
I also will take the Patriots.
The Colts, I don't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
I just don't understand.
That
I honestly feel like it's fucking piss poor coaching. I swear to you.
To be honest, I'm not even that big of a fan of them because I haven't been a big fan of like their weapons either.
Yeah, that quarterback in there did not do well.
I truly expected Matt Ryan to go to the Colts and make them a problem. I really believed that. I did.
Think it was going to happen.
I thought
Did I
a little
think that
bit
it was
that
gonna
could
end?
happen, but
Oh no, I was all in on Matt Ryan. I've always liked Matt Ryan.
Yeah, but
I
there's,
just-
there's a difference between Matt Ryan now and Matt Ryan in 2000.
Yeah, he's definitely
Like-
showing age.
Like he's old. Like sometimes people.
He ain't Tom
Well,
Brady.
he wasn't
John
showing
V.
that age when they decided to go and get him, Nick.
Yeah, he was. He has been showing that age for like the last 2 years.
He's not Tom Brady, John V.
He's not. He's not. I'm holding on to some Matty Ice. I really am. But he is not Matty Ice. That dude is Matty Melted Ice.
It's Matty Water.
He is.
Um,
All right.
Bill-
So I got the Patriots. Nick's picking the Patriots.
mhm.
I'm picking the Patriots.
Media. All right.
Bills at Jets. Bills minus 13. I guess this is the common theme. It's just gonna be Bills and huge spread.
This one's tough because I really like the Jets secondary,
Yep.
and it's a divisional game, so anything can happen. And I think the Jets might be a little mad after because they really probably thought they should have beaten the Patriots.
Oh my dude, media. Are you about to say
Yes,
The
give me
Jets-
Robert Saleh. Give me Robert Saleh.
you taking the Jets?
I'm gonna follow.
Um,
I'm gonna follow media, and I'm also gonna say I don't think the Jets are gonna win, but I think they'll.
Yeah,
Keep
it,
it-
it
You
could
think
be
they'll
a
cover?
closer.
Yeah,
Make it
they'll cover.
interesting at least. Yeah.
I'm going the Bills. I really
He's going
don't
the
think
safer
that-
route. Okay.
Listen, I've been going the Jets every week. When I go back on my notepad here, media, I got the Jets like legit.
I think I
Like,
do
Nick
too,
and Tony
though.
were talking so much shit on me all season because I was picking the Jets, but like, hey, they said that the Jets. How many games did you say, Nick, at the beginning of this season? Did you say the Jets would win?
I may have said they weren't going to win any.
What?
You're a
There's
dick.
no way you would have said that. No way.
No, I thought they were that bad. I thought they were by far the worst team in the league. I still don't think they're good.
I think they're gonna struggle because, like, the thing is, Brees Hall was such a big part of that offense.
He was. That's why I thought they needed to. I thought so. They got Michael Carter, right?
They got Michael
Also
Carter,
James
James
Robinson.
Robinson. Michael Carter's not that bad though.
I don't think the run game is going to struggle that bad then. They wanted a right tackle. As a matter of fact, I kept seeing that they wanted Cleveland's Jack Conklin.
Really?
I saw that. They wanted Conklin, I believe.
He's a free agent after this year, I think.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't be afraid if San Francisco took a crack at it.
Same. Get rid of Mike McGlinchey and get him.
He was actually pretty healthy for the Browns this season, right, Nick? I don't think he missed any time, did he, this season?
The start of the year. I mean, he was coming back from I forget what type of injury he had, but I think it was in his knee.
Only thing is though his age, so it's like
I don't think it was an ACL.
the only thing is his age, and it's like then you're gonna have basically it's saying okay you're gonna have to replace him and Trent Williams like eventually, and so
Yeah.
seeing it's
Yeah,
someone
but I
a
mean,
little
we're staring
young.
down we're looking at Mike McGlinchey over here from afar. We're thinking to ourselves, listen,
Mike McGlinchey's like opens up the door and he's like, "Come on through."
All right. Did we all
we
pick
took
here?
Tom Compton. We took that for granted. You understand? We were very selfish with
Oh yeah,
Compton.
no,
You know that?
we were so. I remember
we
'cause
took that for
everybody's like,
granted.
we're like, why the fuck did we sign this guy? And it's like, bro, he
This
actually
guy got
was-
a concussion and a walkthrough. How the hell did that happen?
and then it's like, actually, no, he was pretty solid.
Next one.
All right. Vikings at Commanders.
Vikings, like,
Vikings.
come on.
Vikings minus 3.5.
I love
Really?
Heineke. I'm fucking Heineke. I am all Heineke from here, bro.
Okay, John V, you probably drank some Heineke tonight. That's why you probably.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything that saves the Commanders here.
No,
No,
I'm taking the Vikings.
I'm taking the Vikings.
I'm also taking the Vikings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sweep.
But I'd be lying to you if I told you. I'd be lying to you if I told you I didn't like Heineke. I think he's pretty dope.
I think he's solid as a backup. It's just
Yeah. Like dude, he's exciting.
yeah.
The guy's exciting. Who's the other dude they had? Who's the dude that threw that pass?
Wentz.
No. Didn't the Commanders have their rookie quarterback in there? He rolled out and threw a bomb.
Oh, I know. I think I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
Fuck is his name?
Okay. Also, how about Amari Cooper last night, real quick?
Amari Cooper was awesome. I was 40 feet away from him. He was awesome.
Bro threw
Amari
a pick,
was awesome.
Yeah, that pass was not good though.
That's why you don't watch the Niners on Sunday and try to
Yep.
recreate it on Monday night.
Yep.
Said he was trying to throw it out of bounds. I was like,
JT, who was the dude that threw that pass? I'm curious.
Kyle Allen.
What was his name?
Was it Kyle Allen?
Was it this year?
Yeah, it was Sunday.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the. Okay, it's not Kyle Allen. I doubt it is. Maybe actually. I don't know. Let's see. Commanders.
Wait a minute. Hold on. It
Was
might
it
have
Sam
been the
Howell?
Panthers.
Was it Sam Howell?
No. I think who threw the ball? Who threw the DJ Moore touchdown pass?
It was PJ Walker.
It was PJ Walker.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, fellas. Sorry.
You're good.
I feel like I was on a fucking bender last night.
All right, so we got the
I'm
Seahawks.
getting
at Cardinals.
my games are blended.
Seahawks
Can
at
this-
Cardinals.
Can this game just be a tie?
Arizona's getting two. So
Can this just be a tie, please?
uh,
The problem is the Seahawks play them well.
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
at Arizona. I'm actually going to take the Cardinals to win this one and cover the spread. Just not.
How did anybody see DK yesterday?
Yep.
Or Sunday? How did he look?
He got a touchdown.
Yeah, can they just please tie? Because I don't want any of them to win.
I want him to tie too, bro. But I think I'm going to go with the Hawks.
See, I have to say that too. It's just I don't want to say that.
I don't want to. But I'm sick of buying jerseys every fucking year.
I
All
guess I'll
right,
go
John,
Seattle
you pick
too.
John?
Yeah, I'm taking the Hawks.
Okay.
I think the Hawks. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they tie, bro.
Yeah, same.
Bucks at Rams, and Bucks are -3. This is the featured game, and I think this is going to be the shittiest game of all. I'm going to go with the Bucks.
Who are they playing?
They're playing the Rams.
Fuck, man, this is another shit show.
It is a shit show, but I'm
Yeah, Tampa.
I'm taking the Bucks over the Rams this week.
I'm taking the Rams.
Taking
Okay.
the Rams.
Titans at Chief. It's Havoc versus
Titans
Kingdom
is.
5.
Oh my. Okay.
Havoc versus Kingdom
Chiefs.
5.
Like,
Yeah.
come on, Chiefs.
The Chiefs are getting 12.5.
Yeah. I knew the Titans were a fluke last year.
I think this can be closer than it
How are the Titans 5-2 though?
are they?
Yup.
Holy crap.
But then don't they have that rookie quarterback playing again?
They
Well-
might Malik Willis might I don't know if Tannehill got hurt or if they just
Tannehill has been injured.
He's been hurt.
okay.
Yeah.
So if it, no, it's gonna. There's no way Malik Willis is gonna make it close, bro. No.
If Malik Willis and Derrick Henry keep it close, I would be shocked.
Yeah, same.
Mhm.
They don't have Treylon Burks. He's still on IR.
Oof.
I'm going Kansas City, bro. The problem is the -12,
Yeah, that's my thing. You know,
but they're at home. They are at Arrowhead, so I mean
Yeah.
that could be magical there.
No.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
What is this
I don't think they
Monday
cover.
night football game, bro? Oh my god.
I'm gonna take the Titans to cover.
You're taking the Titans to cover. All right.
Yep.
Media, what do you think, bro? Andy Reid after a bye, is that like you guys? I mean, you guys obviously are going to take the -12, but
No.
I'd like to know the King
I
of Live. What are you guys doing?
Titans.
I know, but I want to know what Scott, Nick, and Bo think.
I do not trust the
curious.
Titans.
I don't trust them either. But -12.
I'm
Do
taking
the
that.
Titans play the Chiefs well?
I think they usually play each other pretty tough.
See, it's just I don't know because Malik Willis again, like he's a rookie. It's Patrick Mahomes, like
Yeah, but we also don't know when Tannehill comes back. I've got him on one of my fantasy teams, and he's been irrelevant for a minute.
I had him last year. Oh my god, he was terrible.
Yeah, he was ass. He was my backup last year.
It says questionable, and it was 13 hours ago.
Yeah. So I'm going to say that they're not going to put Malik Willis out there versus the Chiefs. I'm sorry.
I'm still taking
So-
the Chiefs though.
I'm still taking the Chiefs also, but it's that -12 that's got me stumped.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the -12.
All right. Ravens at Saints. Ravens -3.
I wonder who I'd pick in this game.
I would love for the Saints to win this.
Well, we would love for the Ravens to win this.
I just don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah, we'd love to see the Ravens win this. I'm taking the Ravens. I mean,
I'm taking the Ravens
too,
just
bro.
because that's what I think is going to
what's
happen.
the
But
spread at 3?
can't believe
No way.
that Nick is actually taking the Ravens. I can't believe it.
I think the Saints are horrible, and I don't
What
care.
does he always take the opposite team because it's in the same division?
Well, I mean, sometimes he's biased.
No, I just don't think the Ravens are necessarily very good. And I don't think Lamar Jackson is as great as a quarterback as everyone thinks he is.
I don't
I'm
like
rooting for
Lamar
JPP
either, but
myself.
I'm taking. There's no way. I get that it's any given Sunday, any given Monday, but
I love Lamar. I love this dude. This guy is making the Ravens. He is
He's a running
costing
back.
them money. He's
He's a
costing them
running
money every week.
I don't know if
he's
he
a
hasn't
running
done
back.
very well the last couple weeks. He didn't do well against the Bucks, and he didn't do well against the Browns.
He's done a whole lot more well than he's done bad this season, bro. He's forcing them into a guaranteed contract, whether they want to admit it or not.
I don't know why they don't even want to pay him.
Because his mother is his agent right now.
No, I wouldn't.
They're just
I
like,
wouldn't-
look, bro.
I wouldn't pay for Lamar. I wouldn't pay all that money for Lamar Jackson either. Lamar Jackson's got a shelf life of about 5-6 years tops.
True.
Tops. That's all you're going to get out of him. Because the moment that guy's 40 speed slows down to about you take a second or two off that, the moment he becomes a really average quarterback, maybe even a bad one.
Scott says Lamar should the Ravens should walk from Lamar.
I agree. I mean, unless he's willing to take.
Imagine if they did.
Unless he's willing to accept a reasonable contract. Like,
What's a reasonable contract, Nick?
I mean, I would think
Those fucking Browns, those motherfuckers set the market with this astronomical number.
Yeah, but Lamar's not as good as Deshaun.
Okay. See, there's an argument to be made here. Your guy hasn't done shit.
The thing is, and because Lamar's still a top quarterback in the league, he's gonna get whatever the market set is.
Yeah, the market sets the value. So I'm saying, what do you think is a reasonable offer, Nick? Tell me.
Maybe
what are the Ravens? What are they putting on the table?
230 for 5. However much you want. I personally don't care about guaranteed money. The owners care about guaranteed money more than anyone else should. But
players care about the guaranteed money.
I mean,
more than anyone else should.
No, the owners care about the guaranteed money more than anyone else should. Because the owners have to put that up front. But yeah, $230 million for 5 years, 150 guaranteed. I could see something like that. I mean, that's still a lot. And I think Lamar's going to have a good 5 years left in him. But I wouldn't want to tie up any more than that in him.
Media, do you think he gets upward around 230? I was going to say like 215.
I could see it. It could be a little less than 230 as well.
But how much do you think they guarantee of that contract?
What's Lamar's guarantee? Deshaun Watson's guarantee.
Deshaun Watson's guarantees everything.
Every dollar, every single fucking dollar was guaranteed.
$230 million guaranteed.
How about
the bottle of water that he took out of the fucking room that he drank on his way out?
Josh Allen, I believe, has a lot longer contract.
But what's his guarantee?
I think it's got to be 80 some.
Let's see.
It's
100.
6-year contract.
It's around 100 mil.
6-year contract,
guaranteed?
$258 million, $150 million guaranteed.
Holy fuck!
What holy fuck?
That's Josh Allen, dude. That's Josh Allen.
So
and then this predator comes through the door.
So Lamar
hasn't played football in a minute and gets 230.
So Lamar probably like 140.
Yeah, but Josh Allen's going to get more money over the contract.
Well, they're going to move the money around a little bit.
Not unless Josh Allen wants to. That's the thing. Like Josh Allen
doesn't play well. Predator.
Josh Allen's going to get every bit of that $258 million.
Sin, that honest to God, Sin, that's the question. What if Deshaun doesn't play well? That is legitimately.
What if Michael Jordan didn't play well? You could say what if somebody doesn't play well? They're going to.
Don't ever put Michael Jordan here and Deshaun Watson here. Ever. In the sake of ever again. Please don't ever put them together.
They're both stars. In
a different way. In a totally different way.
Stars are stars.
No.
Shine.
Listen. Don't say that. Oh yeah.
Stars shine.
So bad. You're so bad, bro. You put Jordan, the greatest to play the game here, and then you tell me Deshaun Watson, the Predator, is here.
Yep.
You're out of your fucking mind.
No, Deshaun Watson's a star in the league.
Please
He's one of
check
the top
this,
35
man.
quarterbacks.
Deshaun Watson went in there in negotiations with his agent. He exposed himself and he said, "I'm not putting it away till you
He
get."
might have Russ for a quarter.
That's
And
it.
after
Just
that,
shows how
Take it up.
bad of an organization
Rust?
the Browns are, bro. Like,
Why?
how do you give a guy that just
It was
A
genius.
guy that didn't play.
even
guy
if he
that
did
didn't
or
play.
didn't do it, like, you still give him that much?
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the other thing. Let's take this fucking clown's bullshit out of it. He still hadn't played football in a very long time.
Yeah.
He'll have Russ for a quarter or two.
And you fucking give him a historical contract.
Yeah.
And for the sake of this discussion, we are taking the most important part out of it. In reality, he's still a weirdo and he still hadn't played football in a great deal of time. And they offered him a historical contract. It just blows my fucking mind.
Because there's never been
Because
a
they're basing this contract off of previous play.
Yeah. Yes.
But I mean, a long time ago play. Not like your most recent play, like a long time ago, like 2 years ago.
Do you think Baker Mayfield's an old quarterback, John?
I think he sucks.
No, I'm saying, but do you think he's an old quarterback? You still probably think of him as pretty young, right?
I do think of him as young.
Okay. Deshaun Watson's younger than he is.
Okay.
There's
Nick,
never been a quarterback.
his age means nothing to me.
There's never been a quarterback that's been available to other teams at that young of an age. I don't think it's ever
Okay.
happened.
You're probably right.
That's
But
been that
then again, you take this shit, this great big mound of shit
Mm-hmm.
on a platter, and the Texans are just like, want to walk away from this. Let this be Cleveland's problem.
No, they didn't walk away from Deshaun. Deshaun walked away from them.
I get it.
That was before all this.
I still just don't understand as an organization how you make that decision.
It was the easiest decision of all time.
But they're taking his age and they're taking previous play.
Yeah. So you're going to get Deshaun Watson, who has proven previously that he's able to compete at the most important position in football at a top 1 to 5 level, and you're getting him at his prime. He did all this before he's supposed to be in his prime. You're getting him in his prime.
So it's 3 seasons now he hasn't played. Right?
Yeah, this is I think he got hurt the one season. Yeah. It'll be closer to like 2 full seasons.
It's a gamble.
It's not a gamble. It's
Makes
the
no
easiest,
sense to me.
the easiest decision in the world.
I mean, but it's honestly it's a quarterback that has no chemistry with his receivers. Very little.
It's a little overrated.
Very little.
It's a little overrated. The
What
receivers
do
are
you
going to be open. Deshaun Watson's going to
Yeah,
hit.
what do you mean it's overrated? I mean,
Michael
there
Vick-
has to be chemistry, Nick.
Michael Vick had no chemistry when he came back into Philly with any of his receivers. And when he came into Philly, he was an all-pro quarterback that year.
I don't know that Deshaun Watson is anywhere near Michael Vick.
He's way better than Vick.
What?
He's way better than Vick. He's not quite. He's not.
Show
quite,
has no chance.
He's not quite the runner Vic is. He's not quite the runner Vic is because Vic.
He's not even
Probably-
close.
Deshaun's a very good running quarterback. Like very good. Like, he's not Lamar
you're talking
Jackson.
about the Texans, bro.
He's not Lamar Jackson.
I'm sorry, but even Trey Lance is closer to.
No. No, absolutely
Vic
not. No
with
way.
the running ability than Deshaun
No
Watson.
way. No way. Deshaun Watson's a way better runner than Trey Lance is at this current
All
moment.
right. Let's look at it this way.
But
All right, let's look at it this
you
way.
also have to include his passing. His passing was light years ahead of Vic's. Vic had a strong arm, but he wasn't accurate.
I watched Deshaun Watson in the preseason, and he was fucking dog water.
Yeah, he was awful.
You watched him for one series, and Anthony Schwartz dropped.
You just got done telling me that chemistry is overrated. So he should be able to come in for one series. I'm just right here with Michael Jordan, bro.
Anthony Schwartz.
In your eyes, Jordan is here and Deshaun Watson is here.
Anthony Schwartz
for one series in the preseason.
Anthony Schwartz is a dog shit receiver. Joe Montana could be throwing him passes. He'd probably
Nick,
still drop them.
His passes.
That's what.
His passes.
Why Anthony Schwartz hasn't seen the field this year.
Nick, Deshaun's passes were not catchable. He overthrew.
No, they hit him in the hands. He overthrew the first pass he threw.
All right.
After
That should have been money.
hit him
Money
on
in
the
the bank. Should have been money, though.
For a $200+ million guaranteed quarterback, he
He'll
should
be
make
fine.
that.
Trust me. Browns fans aren't. Oh, well, maybe we shouldn't start Deshaun. As soon as that motherfucker's ready, he's going back in.
I mean, here's the thing.
And the thing is, he's not able to practice with the team either. So it's like,
He'll be able to practice. Not
Not
yet.
Brissett was.
yeah, but not during the
Brissett,
suspension. So it's not like he could have used that time to try and build a rapport.
He'll be able to practice in about 2 weeks.
That's no. He's still not gonna.
yes, he was dog water. And somewhere, Nick, Dion wants to whoop your ass for that. He loves you, Jordan. Look at it this way. I want no excuses from Browns fans.
So wait, did we
If
ever?
he,
Did we even
when he
pick
comes in?
real quick? Did we even pick the Ravens in the thing yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So we made our pick.
That was the
Okay.
last game on the slate, no?
No, that's it. Yeah. I didn't know if we made our picks yet, though.
Wait a second.
I think we did. In more recent news, we lost a young I think Zimmer's son, who was he working for the Eagles or the Ravens or somebody? Zimmer's son, 38 years old, passed away.
That's a shame.
I want to know what happened to him.
I don't know. I don't think right now is the best time to try and figure that out.
Well, we're going to pay some respects to the family. Yeah, Nick, you took the Ravens.
Okay.
That was the last game of the slate.
Yep.
Yep.
So what else, media? What are your final thoughts, bro, before we get out of here?
I mean, great trade deadline. Like 10 different deals. I don't think there were really too many terrible trades either. And on the Niners side, just hope that we get healthy, take this bye week, just to get healthy, and hopefully, they'll reflect on the first half of the season as well, and take the momentum from the Rams game the rest of the season, and make a big push for the Super Bowl. But yeah,
All right.
I can't even wrap my head around Super Bowl, bro. I can honestly not even go there. I honest to God, bro, last year, that last year's run to the NFC Championship game gave me took years off of me. Okay, took years off of me.
but this roster's better, I think, this year.
This roster is special.
No,
It is.
Didn't
But
you guys?
there's one man that remains the same, and it's
That's-
James.
Yes, the
It's
man.
James.
The man who keeps taking you guys to.
But I am not going to bash James today. I said that I wouldn't, and I'm not gonna. I am not complaining about Jimmy. Jimmy was good against the Rams.
Quintessential
he was-
Jimmy.
Well, I mean, if Jimmy plays well like he has in the regular season, that's fine. But yeah, I get what you like. In the playoffs, he's been awful. So that also depends what it
the
looks
crazy
like
thing is, dude,
playoff.
is watching Jacoby Brissett in person is like watching Jimmy G.
They're very
I'm
competitive.
telling you, bro, they're so similar. It's unreal. They're so similar. It's everything intermediate and across the middle. I still think Brissett throws a better screen. to
Hey,
me
I mean,
and you.
Garoppolo's had some
don't think
some sideline throws this year.
Yep.
Like
Quintessential
Brandon
Jimmy.
Ayuk.
There have been some good throws, man, and I'm not going to take anything away from them. But I'm going to go one game at a time after the bye week, bro. I'm just going to take one game at a time. I did not want to get ahead of myself because I start getting anxiety when I think about it. I think that Gammon's question was a pretty solid question. Is that a one-off right there? We saw adjustments. Kyle's back was against the wall,
No.
and it was
Well, again, I'm
it
just
was-
being hopeful. Like, obviously, there's still those.
Sure, I don't take that away
questions.
from you,
I'm
bro.
just hoping that.
But I think you also deal with things better than I do. I break things. I go fucking bananas. I lose my mind.
Yes, he does.
Well,
I can-
Jimmy.
I can't complain. I did break a clock. The
At
Chargers,
that point, that crazy thing is he broke a clock with 2 wins on the season.
the Chargers game. Chargers game did it to me.
I don't even know why the Chargers game, of all the things to break in your home, it was the Chargers game that you decided to break shit for. What about the Jets game?
The
You gave up 2 scores in a minute.
The Jets game was disappointing, but the Chargers
Yeah.
game,
Nick,
There
the
was-
Jets game, the Jets game. Can we go back to that for a second? Do you know what had to happen to lose in a minute?
yes, but it was
Oh,
a slower.
2 scores.
It was a slower. It was like that was like cutting yourself and bleeding out. Like the Chargers game
Fuck
was
he's talking
the
about.
Chargers game. We had it won, and then we lost it in a matter of 2 seconds.
Nick, you were winning the game versus the Jets, bro.
Yeah, but the Chargers
Like,
game.
not only were you, but at one point you were winning convincingly versus the
But
Jets.
the Chargers game, we had it won. It was won. There was no way we would have lost it. In 2 seconds, that changed. We
Why?
went from
Because he threw a
winning-
pick?
Because he had a wide open lane to run for a touchdown, or run to the 1 yard line and stop, and then get
All
the
I'm
touchdown.
saying is, if I'm going to break a clock over the Browns, it's going to be the Jets game. Sorry.
Yeah, that one I was pissed, but I mean it wasn't break shit pissed. It was like Browns fucked me again pissed. But
All right, fam.
all right.
Alrighty.
Leave it at that. Media, thanks for joining, bro.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Always.
Nice to see you.
Family, chat, you guys were amazing tonight. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Later.
Alrighty.
Nick, get the goddamn cup out of the window. Later. Whoops, I'm sorry.